Hello everyone, how's it going? This is AlphaCore HD Gaming and here we are playing F1 2014. This is Season 2 now, so this is just the end of Season 1 you're seeing, where we won the championship in the Williams, and this is just us celebrating at Abu Dhabi. These videos are going to be sort of a highlights video, so I'm going to keep them as short as possible. I am still going to upload the full race without commentary, because I'm not going to try and commentate the full 29 laps of the race and the qualifying as well, but I am going to upload the races without commentary, the full races and the qualifying. But this one I'm going to shorten it down a bit, so it's going to be sort of a highlights video. You're going to see Q3 and the highlights of the race, and here we're just signing for Mercedes, so we're going to move to a better team this season. But yeah, we're just going to show the highlights of qualifying 3 and the race in these videos, just so it shortens them down and keeps them nice and short and sweet. And you get to see all the best bits, but you don't have to watch all the laps. You can watch them if you want to watch the full race. I'm going to upload that as well, so don't worry about that. You can still watch all the laps and all the qualifying and all the race well. So we're going to skip straight to qualifying 3 here. There's no point really showing qualifying 1 and 2 in this highlight video. Basically, because we got through qualifying 1 and 2 absolutely no problem on the prime tyres and then the option tyres, so it was a pretty straightforward qualifying 1 and 2. And into qualifying 3, we've got a 26.9 by Vettel. It's the current best time, and we're going off on our lap now with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left. We're looking to beat that time of 1:26.9. We do have the pace in the car, but it's a very tricky lap because you can get the first and second sector right quite easily, but it's the final sector where you can lose all your time through the traction zone, the slow speed corners against the other drivers. So it's a really tricky final sector, and it takes quite a lot of effort to get it right. So through the first sector, we're going through turn 3, I think that is, or turn 2. And now we're coming around this flat out right hander, short shifting up to 6th gear through the middle of it, and 29.054 to beat. We're 1.120 up, so we're a 10th up, just over a 10th up on Vettel's time at the moment. I do expect the AI to improve on their time, so I expect Vettel and Hamilton possibly to improve on their lap times before the end of this session. So we're coming through to sector 2 split, and we've got 52.8 to beat. And it's a high-speed left-right chicane coming up now, so it's one downshift to 6, and then you cut across the right, and you can see there you take quite a lot of speed through it. You have to, otherwise you're going to lose out to the other drivers on this track. So we're 0.389 up, so we've found another couple of tenths in that sector, so we're actually 4 tenths up on the lap time at the moment. And we're coming around to this final tricky sector. Like I say, it's a second gear corner, this one, or it can be first depending on if you want to get more turn in. And this is probably the most difficult corner on the track. You've got to make sure you don't put too much wheel spin down as you come out of it, and get the car moving forward. As you come towards the finish line, we're heading for the lights now. It's a 1:26.3, so we found enough time at the moment to be in pole position. Hamilton's 6 tenths back, but like I said, I'd expect him to improve, but if he doesn't, then that would be surprising. So, and that's how happy we were with the lap. You can see us shaking the steering wheel because we've got the first place position at the moment. And it was tricky because the car itself didn't feel as good as I expected, because obviously we moved from Williams and I expected this Mercedes to be so much better, but there's a number of reasons why it's not. So Hamilton didn't improve. I don't think he got a faster lap in, so that's us in pole position. But yeah, this Mercedes, it didn't feel as much better as I expected. And we obviously we're 8 tenths quicker than we were last season. We did a 1:27.1 in the Williams, but it just didn't feel like I don't know. It just didn't feel like I was going faster. But obviously we were on the timing screens there. But we were quicker for the middle and the first sector, like I said. And the final sector was okay in that lap. But I think what I've heard is that everyone else in the other teams is already running a fully upgraded car, and we're running a car that's still awaiting upgrades. So even my teammate Lewis Hamilton's running a fully upgraded car, and we've got no upgrades at the moment. And obviously there's the other issue around tracks like Melbourne with the final corner where the AI are running like sort of a traction control. It is what it is, but you can't really compete with them in the final sector because they can gain up to half a second because they get the corner right every time. You can see them floor the throttle, and then the traction just dies down. Like the wheel spin just dies down, the traction just kicks in for them, and they fly away. So it's a situation where it does need kind of addressing in the next game, especially for the wheel users. But we're not going to complain too much about it. It is what it is, and that's where they get a little bit of an advantage on this track, especially, and in the next track in Malaysia they get an even bigger advantage. So in the first couple of races it's going to be pretty tricky, and we're going to have to see what we can do about the issue. But here we are in the garage, and we're looking at our strategy. We're going to go over the option prime by the look of it. So lap 9 we're going to pit in for options, and lap 18 I think that was, we're going to pit for primes. A lot of setup work we were doing, so we tried a lot of different things to try and help tyre wear, because these races are going to be a little bit longer, and we were also trying to help the car's traction and make sure it was well balanced during the race. But in the end just couldn't find something that was like perfect for both. Couldn't find something that was good on tyre wear and also quick, so this is what we've gone with, and it's what we're going to have to deal with during the race and see if it's got enough pace to hold off Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel and everybody else behind us. So we're on the grid. As you can see, we've got a new helmet for this season as well. I didn't like the helmet we had last season, so I've changed it up a little bit, and there's our teammate in third. Vettel's in second behind us, and this is going to be a really tricky start here. We're on the grid here, and we're waiting for those 5 lights, and they've gone out now. And yeah, we've got massive wheel spin straight away. We're only on half throttle there, and the wheel spin's just gone. And Vettel's ahead of us straight away. So we're going to try and sneak back around the outside of him. We can't have Vettel taking the lead this early on and making life difficult for us. So at the minute we're on the option tyres, and we've got to make these tyres last 9 laps. So coming into turn 1, I think we're going to show the first full lap, and then the rest of it's going to be like kind of cut down a little bit highlights wise, because that was the first bit of action there. Vettel getting us off the line, and then we managed to take the position back, and now it's kind of a situation of controlling the pace for the moment and just making sure our tyres don't go off before our pit stop. So we've got to make these tyres last around about 9 laps, and so we're using a lot of lean mix early on because we want to fuel save, because I'm pretty sure that the tyre wear is going to be marginal at best. It's going to be quite bad, especially with the last corner, and so I'm kind of wanting to save the tyres and wanting to save fuel so we can have something to fight with at the end of the race, because I'm pretty sure these guys are going to be stuck to our gearbox the whole race. So coming into this corner here, it's quite tricky here, because you can outbrake yourself and go wide, and this one you got to kind of chuck it in 4th or 5th gear, and you see get 120 something miles per hour around that one. And then second gear, again, easy to outbrake yourself and run wide, which ruins the exit for this corner. And then for the final corner you can have dirty tyres. So at the minute on fresh tyres it's fine. The wheel spin around that final corner is okay. We've still got Vettel quite close to us, but yeah, it's okay. But as tyre wear kicks in, it starts getting a lot worse. And we're on lap 2 here, and we've done a 137.7. We're skipping forward to lap 4, as you can see. Vettel's very close to us. We've done a 130.673. We've started to have to defend already, so the DRS has kicked in, and we're having to defend from these guys. Lap 5, and I think we get a bad exit out of this corner, and you can see Lewis Hamilton in the mirrors is quite close to us. So onto the straight, we've done a 130.673 already, and Hamilton's going down our outside. We've gone to the inside to defend, and Hamilton's gone around the outside, and he's backed out of it into turn 1, so not brave enough to make the move stick already. Hamilton's really close to us, but Ricciardo's 1.6 behind already, so we've pulled out a gap to the Red Bull. And again, Hamilton having another look at us on lap number 7. This time he tries to hang it around the outside. We shut the door on him into turn 1 and make sure he can't have any room coming around the outside of that corner, because we don't want to be having a fight down into turn 2. Again, Hamilton again there sticking his nose up the outside, and backs out of it again. Ricciardo still 1.4 back, so you can see we've got a little bit of a pace advantage over the Red Bull at this point in the race. And our tyres are pretty much on their way out now, and we're on lap number 8, so we're being very careful, because it's very, very easy to lose the back end. Now, teammate pits on start of lap number 9 now, so yeah, we managed to fend him off down at turn 2, but that's a 131.4, so we're around about 8 tenths off our fast lap. We're now pitting in, but you can see there's a lot of pit traffic, there's a lot of pit crews out, and yeah, we get held in the box for 1.3 more than normal, so we normally do 3.7, and that's a 5-second pit stop, so that's going to probably allow Lewis Hamilton to sneak through coming into turn 1. As you'll see here, we come out the pit lane. You can see our teammate coming down the pit straight, and Hamilton's gone through. So that slow pit stop has not helped us at all, and that gap looks like a couple of seconds. So he's got the undercut on the new tyres, but he's also got the advantage of that pit stop, which has allowed him to pass us. So it's all going to be about if we can catch him on these option tyres now. So Hamilton sets the fastest lap. We're 2 seconds behind. We're well clear of everybody else. So you can see like Ricciardo and that are a few seconds back from us now. So it's basically a private battle between me and Lewis Hamilton now. And on lap number 11, we can see him up ahead of us. So we are closing in on him, and we have got the grip at the moment. So we're going to have to use this grip. We've gone purple in the first sector. And yeah, I think I'm going to show most of this battle here. So it's 1 minute 28.227. We've now closed him down by 1 second, and we've got the pace on these tyres. So 3.4 to Ricciardo. He's falling back. So this is now just a battle between the two Mercedes at the front of the race, and we're closing right up to Hamilton. There's not going to be a move on at the moment, but we've set the fast off the race, and we're pretty good for the first and second sector. It's the final sector where he's got a little bit of an edge on us, so we're going to have to make the move probably before that sector. And I'm not sure which lap it's going to happen on, so we're 0.1 up again, so 1.5 tenths up on this sector of the fastest lap, and it's 3.9 to Ricciardo now. So whether Ricciardo's on the primes or not, I don't know, but we're half a second up on him in the first sector and Ricciardo, so we've gained another half a second, and we're just trying to keep ourselves tight to Hamilton's gearbox here and just to hopefully get a move on him. So you can see we're pretty good through here as well. This is one of our strong points. We get this car turned in pretty well and keep up with Hamilton. But because of the dirty air from the back of Hamilton's car, it's caused us to understeer a little bit and go off the track to the left, which hasn't really helped our tyres. So we take a bit too much of that corner. The car just turned in way too much. This is where Hamilton's a bit stronger than us around this final corner here. So second gear around here, you can see he's absolutely nailing it, and he nails it around the next one as well. You see he pulls away very much, so we're having to be a bit more cautious on the throttle than him. So we've lost a bit of time around this lap, and we were purple in the first sector, but you see there, sitting behind Hamilton's lost us 1.4 seconds. So had we been clear of him in this point in the race, we probably could have pulled 1.4 seconds out on him pretty easily, because Ricciardo's gaining a second. So Hamilton's going pretty slow up front, and I don't know what he's doing, whether he's saving his tyres, whether he's saving fuel, but he's pretty slow, and it's not really helping us. We're stuck in his dirty air, and it's going to like hurt tyre wear quite a lot in this part of the race. So it's lap 13 now, and we're still stuck behind him. We're half a second behind him, and we were 3 seconds ahead of Ricciardo in the first sector. We found another half a second again, so it's that first sector we've got a lot of time on Ricciardo, and probably through this middle sector as well, because the grip you get on these option tyres is quite a lot extra through the middle part of the lap and through the final part of the lap as well. But when you're sat behind a car like this, it's going to hurt your performance and your tyre wear, because you can't get turned in. So we're having to go down to 5th gear for that corner and take a lot more turning for that chicane. We've got a run on Hamilton here, and we decided to not take it this lap round, so we're going to just sit behind him a little bit longer. And hopefully we can get a good run out of the final corner and down to turn 1 and get a look at him there. But you'll see how much he pulls away. Even in 4th gear, we get a little bit of a moment in the back of the car, so we've got to be careful, because we've been on these tyres for 4 laps now, and yeah, he's costing us a lot of time. You can see we were 1.4 down on our best lap, and we're 1.5 tenths down on 1.5 tenths up on that previous lap, which is still too slow. I mean, we could be doing the 1 minute 29s, like low 29s easily on these tyres at this point in the race. We've got the grip for it right now. I don't know if he's just going defensive and causing us and just going slowly on purpose, but he's really costing us at the moment. We're eating up our tyres sat behind Hamilton, and we're not going to have this grip for all the race, so we have to use it. And again, look at that, 3.3 down, and we're right on the back of him. We just can't get past him at the moment. So whether this is Hamilton's plan to slow us down and hold us off and make our tyres eat themselves up, it is working at the moment. We're going to get a very good run on him out of this corner, so we might have a chance here. We're very close to him coming into this turn. We're going to have to make the move. So we've got the inside of Hamilton. He tries to hang it around the outside, And there's enough room for 2 cars there, and Hamilton runs himself off the track. So that's the race lead, but Hamilton's just cost himself a couple of seconds, and he's going to block Ricciardo as well. So into the pits on lap 18, and it's Ricciardo in second place now, ahead of Magnussen. And I don't know where my teammate is at this moment. He was on the same tyres as us, so he should have been pitting in around about now because his tyres were a lap older. But the gap to the leader, I don't even know what it is at the moment because we're on a different strategy. So we're gonna have to see how this all pans out in a second. We've come out of the pit lane. There's Lewis. So Hamilton's coming to turn 1, and we're still in the lead. And we're lapping a back marker here, and that is was that Bianchi? So that was the Marussia we were lapping there. So got a few back markers ahead. We've got Hulkenberg, who's actually in second place from his strategy. I don't know if he's one stopped. But he's in second place, and he's holding up a little bit into the final couple of turns here, which is allowing Hamilton to come up behind us a little bit more. So you can see, look how slow he is on the apex. He's on the options, he's on the primes like us, but he's so slow, and because he's slowed us down so much, we're having problems accelerating through the traction zone there. The tyres are a little bit blue still, so they're not fully up to temperature, and he's so slow in this first corner. Look at this. He's so slow on these tyres, so I don't know if he's been on them for a long time. He might have one stopped. But we're having to go around the outside, and he's given us the squeeze, and we've managed to get through round to turn 2. And we're back into the lead of the race, I think. We'll net lead because Magnussen hasn't pitted yet. And see, Magnussen's now pitted, and we're on lap 25. And Lewis Hamilton's within a second of us. And the Hamilton's pace on these prime tyres was a lot better than ours. And we're doing 1 minute 29s, 1 minute 30s, so that was a bit slow, that one. But Hamilton's trying to go around the outside, backed out of it again. So we're moving on to lap number 29. You can see we're lapping Maldonado. He doesn't really get out of the way there, so he's on the racing line. And he actually smacks into Hamilton behind us. You can see on the wing mirrors there, you can see he's actually smacked into Hamilton and giving us a little bit of a gap. So there's only 2 laps to go. This is like 1.5 laps to go. We're on lap 28 out of 29. And Maldonado's just absolutely owned our teammate, so it's given us a bit of a gap. And coming into the final 2 corners, we're going to win this race in the Mercedes. It's going to be our first win of the season, our first win in our new team. And it's been quite a tense race, quite a difficult one against Lewis Hamilton, because we got screwed over in the pit stop a little bit by 1.3 seconds, which then allowed Hamilton into the lead, which then meant we couldn't even really use our option tyres. But we've won the race, which is... we've managed to hold him off. I think we won this race in the middle stint when we fortunately had enough pace on the options to overtake Hamilton. We had just enough grip on those tyres to make sure we could get past him. We were a couple of seconds back, and then we managed to pull back on him and get the lead off him. And then from then on, we could hold him off a little bit. And over to other teams like Ricciardo for Red Bull and Kimi Raikkonen, they were well back. You can see 7.9 back and 14 back for Kimi. So we actually had the pace in the car, which was good to see. But it just wasn't as... I just didn't feel that the car was as overpowered as it is when the AI have hold of it. So I think we're going to have quite a tense season, some close races, especially with Lewis Hamilton. You see there, 0.3 ahead of him by the end of the race, which is giving us our 25 points for the start of the season. So yeah, it was a really good race, I reckon, in the fact that we had to fight back and win it from him. We didn't just control it from the front. There was a few overtakes, and we managed to actually win it from being a couple of seconds back. So that's good. We can challenge Lewis even in the early part of the season. So it's one race we haven't won already, and that's the first time we won in Australia on this career mode. And next up's Malaysia, and we didn't win there last season. We had a really terrible race, especially because of tyre wear. But yeah, that's going to be the next one out, and I'll be commentating that one as well. So if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment so I can talk to you guys. You've been absolutely amazing for watching as always, and I'll see you soon in the next one.